Welcome to CT2V. I'm Brandy Von Holton. I'm the founder, and let's go over all the pieces of a CT2V host contract. Now, y'all know that I am trying to pick up hosts from all across the United States, and so let's go into all the pieces of a host contract. All right, and you'll have to forgive me if face is a little red. I've been outside riding today. All right, here we go. I have them put their name, their email address, then I have the email address, the phone number for CT2V. All right, we get straight into it. The financial benefits to the host. Okay, so this will be not us, but to you. Is the entry fee belongs to the host minus the CT2V fee. How much is the CT2V fee per entry? $5. Okay, so for competitions, they're $60, $55 stays with the host. Okay. I have hosted for other associations where they did not leave very much meat on the bone. I am trying to grow CT2V. My goal is to have a whole bunch of CT2V hosts, so I am going to drop that price. So I'm going to help motivate people to host CT2V. Okay. Now then, in the divisions that pay $5, Trail Boss, Maverick, Bronchbuster, Wrangler, Youth, Trailblazer, Futurity, Greenhorn, and any opportunity class such as Foundations 1 and 2. Okay, so those are in-hand classes. No payment. All right, so get this right here. Absolutely no money comes to CT2V for Buckaroo, which is the lead line division, because that is shooting my own self in the foot, and Buckaroo is here to help grow the equine industry. So we get no money for that, okay? And schooling class is like you're competing without competing, okay? So that right there, once again, we want to help host, promote those events. And you know what? You can get somebody into a schooling class. You don't pay us any money for that because we're like, you know what? We want people to try CT2V and fall in love with it, okay? Then different abilities. There is no way in the world that we are going to take any of the money from the host for hosting a different abilities division. That's our special needs classes, because we want them to take that money and do something good with it, okay? And like buy prizes or whatever for that division. Okay. Host agrees to not add additional fees to the registration. Okay, so there is that. We're trying to be like, nope, just so people can have a set number. Okay, it's $50 per year to host. Now then, that's not $50 per event. That is $50 to be a CT2V host. Okay. I have paid like $300 before to be a host. The reason that it's so low is because, I'm able to do the behind the scenes work, and I'm trying to motivate these people to host, and I want them to be able to afford to be able to get event insurance, because I don't want anybody to lose anything, okay? So I make that really low, and then my goal is to just get more hosts, so then I spread that cost out. Instead of charging one person a whole bunch of money, I try to just keep it low. All right, they may host multiple times per year. Fee is renewed after the national championship, and that right there is at the beginning of October. So if they live in a state that still has wonderful weather, they can get in some more competitions to get people qualified for the next year. So that's why the renewal is for hosts is after the national championship. Checks need to be made payable to CT2V. If they're using a credit card, there's a convenience fee. They must have a current CT2V membership. But you know what? Our memberships are amazing because they come with a printed rule book, a printed hard plastic card, and they come with a decal. So they get all of that for $30, okay? Like, that's a lot of stuff. And I love having a printed rule book, and I love having a membership card with my name on there. Okay. Must have event insurance listing Country Tough Trail Versatility is additionally insured. If you are hosting events without event insurance, you could get messed up really fast, okay? That right there is for the good of the people hosting, because stuff happens. Must read the CT2V rulebook and agree to follow all the CT2V rules, understand their requirements of CT2V, and agree to comply fully with CT2V requirements, and agree to support and enforce the CT2V rules set forth in the current CT2V rulebook. So basically, you need to read the rulebook and follow it, okay? Financial responsibility and scores must be submitted to CT2V headquarters within 1 week of the conclusion of the competition. A financial responsibilities form must be submitted either electronically or mailed with a check. So we just need to know how the money breaks down, okay? And remember, they're only paying us $5. $5. We're trying to motivate people. Okay, that right there is a lot of motivation, because sometimes some of these associations, the hosts, we had to send in like $20, $25 per entry. Okay, next thing, must use CT2V scoring system. You can't be just doing some whatever. Okay, pre-approved CT2V ribbons will be purchased by the host through Horse Show Ribbons. So here's the deal, is I don't upcharge those. I make it to where they can order the ribbons directly from the person, and we've already got them designed, and then they just call and tell them how many they need. And we don't have a set number that they have to do. They just have to fulfill what they said that they, what they advertised. So like if they're starting out, they might just do top 3, or they might decide to do top 6. So like my event, I'm hosting a Missouri State Championship. I know I've got a bunch of people. I advertised top 6, but I ordered top 10, okay? Because I like to go above and beyond for my competitors. All right, here we go. Next thing, each equine and competitor team must have a current CT2V membership. That's because they're signing off on waivers and bylaws and stuff that help protect CT2V and help protect the host. And then the host is going to have insurance. Like, we're trying to protect all parties connected, okay? Trying to have a very safe competition for everybody else. All right, next thing, here we go, you ready? An American flag must be respectfully flown at each CT2V event. Make sure it doesn't touch the ground, okay? That's in our host contract. Must charge, oh, this right here, I need to change this because it says must charge the price set by CT2V for competitions. I've already got that in earlier. CT2V reserves the right to null and void this contract at any time. Reasons may include, but not be limited to, breaking rules set forth in the host contract or logo usage contract. So I actually let them use my logo. They just can't use it for things they're going to sell, but they can use our logo for prizes, for the buckles. That's unheard of. A lot of associations will not let you use their logo unless you buy them from, buy the buckles through them, and they upcharge, okay? I allow you to use our beautiful CT2V logo as long as you're not putting it on stuff for sale. It's just got to be for prizes, okay? All right. Limited to breaking rules set forth in the host contract or logo usage contract, or behavior that could tarnish the image of CT2V. If infraction is too severe, based on the opinion of CT2V, the host will be, if it's not too severe, based on the opinion of CT2V, the host will be given the opportunity to correct the problem. But, we put something in there, man, that's just for the crazy stuff. Like if somebody does something that's like, just bad. You know what I mean? Nothing about the horse competition, just something in general. Like if they went to prison for something, like I need to be able to break ties. So we leave that in there just for the crazy stuff, right? If the host has to cancel an event, all monies will be returned to the competitor by the host. So that's real simple. Like if they don't want to host or they need to break it, if they've collected money from a competitor, I just need them to give it back to them because that just seems fair. And then the host will sign and abide by the logo usage contract. So I have a contract for that. All right, now then, those are the host obligations, and we went through the financial benefits. So now then, let's look at the CT2V host recommendations and suggestions, okay? So remember, we have hosted a ton of different events. We have hosted for a ton of different associations. And so we have been around the block, okay? We're like we're not new kids on the block. We've been around the block, okay? So here we go. Offering clinics the day before the competition seems to benefit the host and the participants if camping is available. Example, 2 2-hour clinics with 12 participants in each clinic. That's something that we recommend. Another thing is, if the competition is a 2-day event, do ranch horsemanship followed by trail on the first day, with obstacles being on the second day. If you decide to host foundations 1 and 2, and if you have time at the end of the first day, it makes the award presentation go a lot easier on the second day. So we're trying to tell them, like, man, Saturday, if you're doing a Saturday, Sunday competition, we try to load Saturday up, just have obstacles on Sunday so we can get y'all the heck home, okay? If the host area has other options for an opportunity class, if the host area has other opportunity classes, contact Brandy Von Holton a minimum of 10 days before the competition to get the opportunity classes approved before hosting. Example, sorting, roping, eventing, mounted shooting, okay? They can have different opportunity classes than what we do with the in-hand. And we're okay with that. Just need to get it approved, because, like, if it's freaking jousting, I'm going to be like, what are you doing? Don't live your life like that with us, you know? So I just want to make sure they're doing something that, like, is not gonna get somebody hurt, okay? Having one head judge and 2 supporting judges is possible. If possible, is ideal. If you can get your judges for free, that really helps out. The head judge will judge ranch horsemanship and obstacle. The head judge, as well as the supporting judges, are needed for trail. Finding a competent volunteer to help with data entry is best case scenario. We've got some baddies that help us with data entry and with helping with all of that number crunching. Oh my, that is an important person, okay? You need to find somebody that has worked as an accountant, worked as something with numbers, okay? That is going to be your best case scenario. Refer to the trail course guidelines on page 20 of the CT2V rulebook, okay? Now then, CT2V association obligations, okay? So this is stuff that is on us, okay? After dates have been approved for competition, the host fee and the host CT2V membership has been paid, and a copy of the insurance has been submitted to CT2V's headquarters. Okay, whenever you submit, here, let me do this right here. Your application, your host fee, which is $50, your host membership, which is $30, okay? And then a copy of the insurance saying that we are additionally insured. After all that's been turned into CT2V headquarters, then the event will be official and advertised as a CT2V sanctioned event. Every event is a national qualifier, okay? Advertising includes the website of CT2V.com and the Country Tough Trail Versatility Facebook page. So we're trying to help you out. We try to put your stuff on our website and try to put it on our Facebook page. We are trying to be like, here is this event, get qualified. So we're doing some marketing for you because we already have like clientele that already follow that. Online scoring is available and easy to use. So like already having that right there set up for my host is amazing, to already have a scoring system available that's online. And then the ribbons are designed by CT2V. Okay, so here is something that I do that is like extra cool for my host, is they have a video library. So I have a whole bunch of like 3 and 4 minute long videos of how to market, how to order your ribbons, I've got some new ones coming about how to fill out your entry form, right? These are for my hosts so they can understand what is needed so they can help everyone else. But I did like a whole library with 3 and 4 minute long videos to help the host, okay? I never had that. I never had that with anything that I ever hosted, okay? This is something that I'm like trying to go above and beyond in. Okay, next thing, a flyer for your competition or series will be created for you by CT2V, okay? So man, whenever I make flyers for people, I usually charge 50 bucks a flyer, okay? And so some people will charge you $100 just for a flyer. That flyer's included for the host. Next thing is within 1 week of receiving the scores, the competition placement will be placed on our website. So your competition, no matter where it's at, like 1 week after I get your scores, we're going to put those results on the website. People love being able to see where they placed on a website. Isn't that cool? And then reliable host support and conflict resolution. So that means like if you have like, oh, this person did this and this and this, you know, with this horse or whatever, like, man, I have called before for other places that I hosted and they did not have a solution for me. And I was like, I need a solution because this is your association. So I like that I have host support and conflict resolution for that. All right, additional host benefits. So here's another host that you get for benefiting with this. Hosts are qualified for the national championship. That's because I don't want the host to need to get qualified for nationals, but then they're, oh, let me hang up on this person. Boop. Okay. There's nothing around them, right? So I just automatically qualify the host for the national championship to get rid of all of that. This is because hosts are not able to compete in their own competitions other than the schooling division. If they wanted to compete in the schooling division, I don't care about that because, you know, the schooling is just there for growth. If the host judges a competition, so let's say that like Nicole Alley, she is one of our hosts. And so with her hosting, her direct family members, which I don't think that they ride horses, but if they did, her direct family members would also qualify for the national championship. This is because judges cannot judge direct family members other than the schooling division. And then they are responsible for their national championship fee. So that is what goes into a host contract. They are only paying us $5 per entry, and we don't even take that on the lead line, the schooling, or the special needs divisions. We don't want any of that money. We want them to promote that event. And then you pay $50 a year. That's it. And man, the video library that I have created for hosts, so after they've turned in their stuff, is amazing. Like I'm going to end up with probably like 30 different videos. Like, oh, if you're having difficulty with this, then you can just watch this like 2 or 3 minute long video and then I can help them. And it's all going to be labeled correctly. That is so much support for a host. So we are looking for hosts all across the United States. I have a lot of things where I've talked to them and they're so interested. And a lot of people already had their schedule set for 2026. So they're going to be coming on in 2027. If your event doesn't have to be, if you don't have to limit the number of entries, like if you can still allow people to come in for the day, then I'm looking for state championships. And you know, if someone gets started with a state championship, then it's theirs. I'm not a bigger, better deal kind of person. So like I will stick with you. Okay. Even if somebody that's bigger that comes along. So, all right, that's what it takes to be a host. You can find that at CT2V.com, and there is a become a host. There's you can download the rule book for free. But I would love for you to look at CT2V, and here, I'll show you. Just got my vest in. It looks like orange, but this is actually like a rust. So I love the way that they did that. I paid for a second line. Usually it's just one line. And then here's our logo, which I love. Okay. And then I had something special put on the back. Oh, I had a hat made for me that says 1906 because our family farm's been in the same family since 1906. We purchased it, and I did not get it for free. It always makes me wonder if people think that I got it for free. There's that. And then look here, up on the neck. I hope y'all are able to see that. It says 1906. All right, y'all check out CT2V. I love what I do. We have a state championship that we're hosting ourselves at Von Holton Ranch, and a national championship. And I love how affordable we've made it for everybody. I've put a lot of work into this, and I love what it does for people. I love what it does for their equines, and I hope that you give it a try. And we do have our schooling division if you would like to try that. That's like competing without competing, okay? You still get like all of your scores back, but then it takes all that pressure off. All right, y'all have a wonderful day, and y'all help me find some more hosts for CT2V.